Hello there, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the mix for LemonadeLive. It was my first time mixing live stems, so just kind of learned things on the go, so wanted to share my process. Hopefully it's useful. If anyone's got any tips or questions, please let me know in the comments below. All right, let's start with drums, as I often like to. So have a listen to these guys. Okay, so straight away again, you can hear a lot of bleed going on there, a lot of the guitar and things like that coming through on the drum channel. So for example, if you look at this kick channel, if I take off you can hear quite a bit more. So the gate is just making sure you only hear the kick. Now I've rolled off some highs, just so sonically it's a bit more kind of low-endy. Same kind of thing with most of the channels here. So on the snare here, you see I've taken out some of the low end, boosted the high end a bit. Because of the vibe of the songs is quite Latin-y, the snare is like off, as in like he's taking it off the bottom, if that makes sense. So it sounds like that. But again, if I take all this stuff off, the EQs, the transient master, which is just isolating the sound, as is the gate. You know, a lot of stuff going on there. If you pop all this on, can't hear anything apart from the snare, which is lovely. Hi-hats, getting some low end taken out, transient master, just getting rid of some of the background noise. Overhead's got a bunch of stuff on, so we've got low end taken out, again transient master, getting rid of some of the background stuff. Multi-band compression, which is like bringing out the sonics of the nice sounds, and then soothe too. I don't know what that's doing. Drum room harsh, there you go. So that's just a dynamic EQ also on that. Sounds nice without all of that. Yeah, you can hear, so it's a lot duller without that stuff. Yeah, it's nice. And then percussion, we've got Mr. Daly. Didn't have to do too much to this, just took some low end out, bit of compression, and then there's a transient master on the left and right. And he really went to town on this song as well. It's a very percussion heavy track. I don't know how he does different rhythms with different hands, but there you go. He's a very talented man. All right, cool. So that's the drums. Those are like, drums are always kind of what I start with when I'm making music anyway. So I always like to start with them on breakdowns, because I think once you get them sounding popping, everything else, should sit nicely on top, or will need less doing to it. The bass, got it going for a guitar rig here. This is my usual preset, which is called Fingered Bass Deep. Let's have a listen to that. Oh, where are we now? Here. Fat. You take that stuff out. Sounds fat anyway. Just warmer with my bits on. Cool. And yeah, there was one bit as well on the bass that I want to pick out, because JW, John Wright, is such an amazing bassist. And I think with bass, sometimes, because it's low down, literally, sonically, you can't hear some of the nuances, but he does some absolute naughtiness in this. He does naughtiness on all the tracks, but I mean, that's naughty. That's naughty. That's not even the bit I wanted to show you though. So where he comes in here, he's supposed to come in on the offbeat. So I know this isn't really about the mix, but I keep him so damn busy, there's no time for a mind. So I pour up another guinea. But instead of just going bum bum bum, he does these mad like quavers, fucking ghost notes. Listen to this. That is straight groove town. You put that with the drums, you can hear how much it grooves. John, you're a naughty man. Just wanted to share that. All right, moving up. Guitar, again, nylon string. I don't love how it sounds DI. I prefer to mic it up generally if I'm at home, but it's a live gig. So yeah, we've got EQ compression, taking out some low end, dynamic EQ there. Yeah, just warming up the guitar a bit. And then another EQ. This is just boosting the high end a little bit. So let's do a little before and after on this guy. Get rid of all of these. Okay, so listen to the guitar. Actually playing the wrong chord there, but Hopefully I didn't hear that before. Let's have a listen to all the stuff on it. Yeah, so just a touch brighter. Keys wise, what's Jim Boy doing? Yeah, so he's playing the grand piano that was at the venue. A lot of bleed, to be honest, going on there. I haven't really done anything about it. I think, you know, with the live stuff, it gets to the point where you know, there's only so much of the bleed you can take out. You want it to sound like a live record. So I'm going to say that it was intentional with the keys to not take any of the background out, because you can hear all the backing vocals. Obviously, mainly the keys coming out, and I've sort of EQ'd and compressed it a bit to really bring them out, but lovely stuff. Yeah, and then it's just vocals, really. Yeah, so with it being an SM58, I've had to tweak a little bit of EQ stuff. So again, just boosted some highs here. We've got Soothe, that's acting as a de-esser. And then just taking out a little bit of low end. So I guess there's something good. So without it. But my demeanor saying check under the hood. Again, just taking out a bit of the low end, bringing up the brightness a bit. This EQ and compression on the whole vocal bus will be doing that as well. And the last but not least, again, a little bit of naughtiness that I did on this song. A little bit of fun I had was in the breakdown. Jay did some ad-libs. And, well, let's just listen to them. So this is one of them. And then later he's got one that goes. And what I did, again, with someone who's by my side, just put a buttload of reverb on. So that was about 7.2, I think. That's sending to Valhalla Vintage. And this has just got a Valhalla Vintage on it. So listen to these now. Hang on, sorry. And especially this one. It has a massive tail on it, which means it sort of keeps going. So woo! Come on, boys. I love this version so much. I think that's everything. Breakdown. And then again I've used the same preset for the very end. So just slung a load of reverb on that so it kind of jumps out a bit. But yeah, there you go. As I said, any questions, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the vibes. See you soon.